Hello. It feels like it's been a while. Every time we shift through things, some massive things, it feels like it's been so long since we've done a YouTube video. It's very interesting going through these shifts. We have gone through much more corrections of our perspective, and we are healing a lot of the masculine, like the masculine side of when we say masculine, we mean the knower, the intellect, and the sort of conditioning, the who you are, the perspectives that you've, okay, in this situation I just have to pipe down and just push all my feelings to the side to just do the thing. And some of these things is beneficial to feel through, because sometimes the body goes into sort of like hold mode. That's what trauma really is. And so this is a new word, the untraumification of the human body. That's such a... Hey, where's our coconut water? Wait a second. We have to have our coconut water. It is so necessary when we're channeling to have some coconut water. I missed you guys. It feels a little bit like that when sometimes we go through things and we realize what actually is very satisfying to do, to keep doing, and it's about focus, valuing the habits that we have put in place, maintaining those healthy habits that we have put in place. Don't let anyone else and anything else dictate anything. You are in charge of your life. You are here to make sure that your body is looked after in all ways. But if you're stuck in a twisted perception, thinking that is that person, or, if you're trying to fool yourself, you're not going to fool anyone, really. You're just fooling yourself. And that sounds like a wonderful saying, but it is actually true, because it's only when you practice alignment with your own truth that you get to see what a human being is capable of. Because with your own body is the primero uno, most important thing, your relationship with your own body. To really care for these bodies is sometimes an art, especially when you have gone through traumatic things with the body. Daring to open again, it's not something that you just... There's a whole integration process that we had to go through. And that has been channeling and upgrades and these Haya lives. These are what the channelings have just guided us naturally to do with the body in order to open up and have more light come through, really. So that's what these Haya are. They stands for Human Energy Internal Alignment Sessions. And we do it every day because it helps us so much. It keeps us connected to the body. It keeps us aligned. It's a whole process of revealing the truth, of revealing what was hidden, and looking at all of the different parts. Because once you see all of it, there's something that happens in the consciousness that it unlocks, and then there's more energy in your body and you're just ready for more. It's very interesting sometimes. It is like a combination lock sometimes with the mind. It can seem like that because many beings have gotten themselves into a little bit of a knot with certain things, not able to manifest as cleanly as you normally would, right? And so when that happens, it is to do with some distortions in the thinking. Just like us, we had some distorted thinking that we were sort of going through and kind of going back and forward a few days on. And there's a lot of things that's happening at once. This is one of the things with being multi-dimensional. There's a lot of things happening all at once, and it's just a matter of what to focus in on. And for what purpose, right? Oh, so good. Oh, we can feel a very sweet energy around us, and that feels very good. We can feel this sort of like sweet, open, heart-opening, curious, playful energy. It's really wonderful. Yeah. And our heart feels open. It feels good. This feels really, really good. We were tuning into this a little bit earlier, so we just wanted to revisit what I was. It feels a little bit like energetically when someone is checking you out. It sort of feels like that. But someone that it's okay that checks you out. It's like, yeah, you're okay. You know, you're good. Because of the way that they're feeling, because they're feeling expansive, right? And when there is and you feel that in your own body, when you start to learn how this all works, when you have clarified your energy field, there needs to be some clarification because there's been so much mistraining in your society about intuition, energy, human energy, and how it all links to your body. That's been the big missing link here. And that's what we're here to shed much more light on. So if you're curious about human energy, about channeling and Jesus, the Ascended Masters, and all of that sort of intertwined and expanding in consciousness, landing your soul into your body, then follow us and join in this movement. It is in these moments that all of us are being joined together in truth. That's the only place that we can actually join. Anything else is a dualistic meeting point, and ergo not beneficial for one or the other, or both. Always both, but it might not seem like that sometimes. And these classical ones we're talking about is the empath narcissist, you know, the bully and the one that's getting picked on. There's always these like opposites, and depending on how you deal with them, it's not about fighting it though. This is what the movie industry has messed with. It's not about fighting. the bad guy. It's not about fighting the mirror. Like, that's just keeping it going. And that's, most of the movies are like that. And that's why the dualistic perspective keeps going. What we are creating here is something completely new. It is a new way of being a human. It is literally a different way to operate. And that means that we have to change our consciousness. When you do that, there is a process to this. This is the ascension path that we're guiding you and training you to comprehend more and more, and how to work with Gaia. This is the most important thing that a human being can learn in order to maintain their own light and see this energy world accurately, and practice and walk and know when you need to course correct so that you find your north and what that actually looks like. That is so important. It's more important than deciding your future, because unless you have found your compass and what is your north, you might just be deciding from some conditioning or something that is not of your highest potential and growth. Everything, you will learn from everything. But sometimes you don't have to learn. If you've learned the whole dualistic game, you can just stop when you see that there is a dualistic game. And that's the level up that we are providing here. Because it does take training. You know, think about it. All of the movies have this. So there is co-regulation between people that is needed, so that we are able to actually meet each other in a holistic way, which means that we're actually seeing one another and not just our own projections on top of the other, you know? That's a classical dualistic relationship, is this one person superimposing a story and then the other person just agrees and then suddenly they're in some twisted perception, and that's dualism. It's angled, it has some twist that is not correct. And the whole purpose of coming together is to correct so that everything is in harmony, so that there is no misunderstandings, so that the communication is working. Many nowadays are not even communicating with one another. They're talking a whole bunch of stuff with one another. Sometimes they're not doing much, actually, other than just iterating thoughts. What we're talking about here is embodiment of your energy, and that is your soul more coming through the body, and what it takes to actually walk that path, the same path that Jesus walked back then and guided people to, that many beings have been seeking. It is the path of truth. It is the path of truly seeing truth and not having any misconceptions placed upon the world or your brother or your sister. So that you are truly reading. That is what it is to receive. And that is a feeler. You have to feel. You have to receive everything. You have to receive the words. You have to receive the imagery and the energy. Don't forget about the feelings. What does it feel like? Many beings have been manipulated there. You know? Conditioned that things are a certain way, when in actual fact, it is a different way. If you want to be aligned, if you want to be misaligned, of course, it's okay. But there is a harmony within the consciousness that once you start, this is universal for all humans, once you start to correct and see this in balance, that means that you're seeing accurately where your human energy actually is. You're not lying to yourself, you're not pretending anything. This is harder than it looks. You know, speaking truth to other beings, not lying, not pretending, because those are sins in frequency. Not because of the Bible, virtues, not because of the Bible, but because of energy, but because of, if you have this twisted perception, like envy, jealousy, rage, they're all leading you in a distorted way. They're not in balance, right? Disconnection, it's the same, dualism. And it doesn't matter what topic it is. It can be spirituality, the most harmonious of them all. And there can be dualism still within the consciousness. Just because something looks like it doesn't mean it is. And your body is the only gauge that you can trust. It is your loyal friend. Your body is so precious. It's time to really anchor into your body and really truly discover the magical things that you can do as a human being. And channeling is just one of them. There are many things that is possible when you start to learn to manage your own light. That is who you are. You're here to manage that light. That is power and it's truth. You're here to be who you truly are. And that is, once all of the distortions are melted away, there is a clear connection to the divine, to the entire higher intelligence that governs all of the other intelligences that has been created on this planet. Right? Any minute now. But maybe it's not supposed to be like that. Right? So, there we go. So, there's only room for HI here. Right? Yeah. So, once you have that harmony, which is your harmony with your body, once you have that in balance, that doesn't mean keep yourself in a disciplinary straitjacket, you know? It just means that you are choosing well for your body. You know, the right experiences, the right people, that you're seeing and feeling correctly. Because sometimes the body will say absolutely, and the mind will come up with all kinds of excuses. And that's what is needed, correction. If there's a mismatch, it is this duality. And once you get a hang of this, you can start to feel for this. So, we hope you like this. If you would like to join us, you're more than welcome. Leave us a comment, and we'll talk to you again in the next one. Ciao.